welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a recipe, and this recipe is super simple, super easy. It's great for people who are on the go, who don't have a lot of time to make food, or if you're in college. It's a one-pot recipe. You can easily freeze it. You can make a big batch and save it for leftovers. These are the types of recipes that I'm kind of wanting to create and eat more of lately, just because we've been so busy and we don't have a full kitchen. We've only got just a stove burner, so I've just been doing like a lot of one-pot stuff just because it's super simple, super easy. So yeah, today we are going to be making a Mexican quinoa chili, I guess you can call it. I don't know. It's kind of like a one-pot Mexican quinoa. I don't know what I'm gonna call it, but that's kind of it. I got quinoa yesterday, if you guys watched the vlog yesterday, so I was super excited to use it, and then I picked up some jalapenos and stuff like that. I finished making my black beans, so everything kind of worked out perfectly, and we're gonna make that today. Okay, so I've got my one pan that I'm going to use for this recipe. I've got a little bit of water. It's a non-stick pan. I've got the heat on high, and then I've got some garlic, some onion, and some jalapeno. If you don't like it too spicy, you don't have to use the jalapeno, but I want to use it today, so we're going to cook that up for probably like 5 minutes or so. Okay, so next I'm going to add in some spices to this. I've got some salt and pepper, some chili powder, some cumin, and some smoked paprika. I might add more spices later because I'm just kind of guessing as we go along, but I'm going to add this for now. Alright, so this is all nice and cooked and smells really, really good. So I have some red pepper, a little bit of mushroom. We just had some left over in the fridge, so I thought I would throw it in. And then some fresh tomatoes as well, and I'm going to cook that with this mixture just for a little bit. I cut the mushroom up quite small so that you wouldn't get huge chunks of mushroom in it, but I think mushrooms add a really nice flavor and a good texture, so I think it will work well in this recipe. Okay, so this is just some pure tomato sauce. I'm not exactly sure how much I'm going to add, but probably not this whole can, so I'll measure it out. Probably like a cup. So that's about half a can. 1 cup. Maybe a little bit more actually. So like a cup and a quarter. That around in there. And then this part is optional, but I always like to add a little bit of sweetness to any savory recipe. We just have agave nectar, but you can use a little bit of maple syrup. Probably just going to use a tablespoon. And then next I just have some plain white quinoa. I think this is about a cup and a half. I'm gonna add this plus a little bit of vegetable broth, some corn. I'm just using frozen corn, and some black beans that I've already pre-cooked, but you can just use a can of drained and rinsed black beans. And that is it. I'm going to cover it. We're going to let the quinoa cook, and then it's done. Super simple, super easy, one pot, just chuck everything in. Awesome. I'm going in for the taste test. I paired it with some of these oil-free tostadas. Oh, they're not very toasty anymore. Wow, that's really good. Didn't even have to adjust the spices. I got it right the first time. This is amazing. This is the perfect meal for like a busy weeknight, or if you're a college student, you need one pot recipes. This is a really great meal. It's so simple, super simple ingredients that you can find pretty much anywhere. And you can definitely freeze this. You can meal prep this. Alright guys, so if you want the full recipe for this, there will be a link to it in the description down below. Let me know if you try this recipe, and as always, if you make this recipe, make sure you take a picture and tag me on Instagram. And also, I do have a traditional one-pot chili that is in my recipe ebook, which is also linked in the description. Very similar recipes like this, super simple, tasty, whole plant foods, so if you want to check that out, links in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and this recipe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.